Welcome to Laptop Radio. Today's topic is what do ApeCoin and the Otherside have in common with SNARKs and blockchain interoperability. We have Rob with us. He is the co-founder and CEO of Horizen Labs. Hello, Rob.
Hi, Michelle. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Where are you now?
I am now physically at my home in Puerto Rico, sunny Puerto Rico.
No way.
Yeah, I'm one of those crypto people that's down here in paradise.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Rob, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Rob. I started my career as a scientist in the US Air Force, and I transitioned from a variety of different roles within the Air Force and other DoD type of things into academia when I went back for my PhD in finance, and actually had a crazy finance department that allowed me to study Bitcoin asset pricing as a thing for my dissertation work. That kind of set a different trajectory for my career. I actually taught a course at the University of South Carolina on Bitcoin and blockchain applications in finance, and then launched this really fun project called Horizen with a cryptocurrency called Zen, and a variety of other things that we could talk about here today. I did that back in 2017 and have been doing this crazy crypto roller coaster of a career since then.
Awesome. When did you first learn about crypto or even blockchain?
There was a Slashdot article like back in, I think, 2011. 2010, 2011. Back then, it was a small libertarian community that was really into crypto. And I was just kind of lucky enough to be part of that saw this Slashdot article that came out and just got me really interested. I right away emailed the person that is today my wife and some of my closest friends, family, just told them, hey, this is the future, guys. You got to pay attention to it. Check it out. It was Bitcoin. And that's how I first heard of it. I didn't get involved until I was actually in Afghanistan working a year later in 2012, and then got involved actually doing stuff for Bitcoin, because at first did probably what a lot of people did was, wow, this is a cool tech, follow it, read articles, join Bitcoin Talk back then. And then I finally started doing stuff, like actually trying to do things in Bitcoin. I actually posted, I will tutor you in physics, math, whatever you want for Bitcoin. Didn't get any Bitcoin that way. Didn't work out so well. I should have just went out and bought Bitcoin. First thing, just buy it, don't think about it. Didn't do that. Tried to tutor. No one wanted my amazing tutoring services. And then when I was working in Afghanistan, I actually started setting up seminars for people around where I was working, just explaining what is Bitcoin, what is a wallet, how do you set up a wallet, what are private keys, doing things like that. Got involved. And then I was just really lucky enough to be in early enough where I could just take some time off or really transition from that career and then go back to academia.
Awesome. That's really cool. What is Horizen?
Horizen is a really cool public blockchain project focused on interoperability and privacy is really the gist of what we do. Yeah, we've been around for a while. We're probably the most pervasive, out there, everywhere project that few people in crypto have really heard about, because we've been focusing more on the research and development for the last 5 years. Now, that's way too long of an R&D cycle for you entrepreneurs out there listening to this. Do not have a 5-year R&D cycle. Not recommended at all. Find product market fit sooner than that. 5 years is not acceptable. Anyway, we got away with it so far. We bootstrapped the project on Zcash Tech for those into the SNARK or ZK proof world, or zero knowledge cryptography, and then built a team of highly competent, capable cryptographers, cryptographic engineers, blockchain engineers. And we've been focusing on building a SNARK-based interoperability protocol for years. Actually, we just delivered it last year, the back end of it. And what it does is it's basically like a Cosmos or Polkadot, but remove those certifiers, like humans in the loop, and replace them with cryptographic proofs. So basically, networking blockchains together without people, with cryptography. We just launched our first sidechain in this environment a month ago. And it's a simple one. It's basically super simple. You can mint a digital asset. So you can mint a token with it. We launched an app, super simple, no code, Web3 style minting app that you can just connect your wallet and easily mint tokens. The token minting thing is not the cool part about it. The cool part about that sidechain is it's actually a SNARK-based sidechain. Basically, it's the first instance of our protocol on mainnet. Took a lot of work to get it there. And now what we're doing is we're integrating in an Ethereum virtual machine into our environment. So we'll have an EVM for smart contracting, fully Ethereum compatible. It'll look and feel exactly like an Ethereum node. We actually just finished the first milestone of that integration that's already on a private testnet. We'll push that to public testnet soon and then get that to mainnet later this year.
Why is SNARK significant though?
It's a huge question. It's a really important one, actually. Thank you for asking it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the point of us using zero knowledge for connecting blockchains is because if you're going to have thousands of blockchains in a networked environment, you don't want the connection layer. If you think about a hub and spoke model, which is kind of like our architecture looks like, you don't want the hub, the main chain, to actually have to code any of the application logic or consensus logic or anything like that for any of these other network chains. What you want is you want to just declare a very simple SNARK prover so that all of the application logic, all of the state transitions, everything that happens on any number of blockchains in the ecosystem is all rolled up into a very succinct zero knowledge proof. And you have nothing but a prover on the main chain that's agnostic to anything else. It has zero knowledge of any of the applications or logic or anything that's going on, any of these side chains. All it does is you have a SNARK prover, like basically a cryptographic prover on the main chain. That's why SNARKs and zero knowledge are so important for us. It is that kind of really important, massively scalable interoperability layer for us.
Awesome. Regarding ApeCoin and Otherside, what do they really have in common?
Not much, actually. So that was totally like, I'm trying to learn about this thing called marketing where like, hey, throw in some clickbait there, guys, and try to get people's attention. What I can say though, like honestly, is actually Horizen Labs, my company, helped quite a bit with launching ApeCoin. And we also did the smart contract work for launching the Otherside deed NFTs. We're actually a technology partner for Yuga Labs. We have a whole business around building out in the Ape ecosystem and also working with some of the other hottest NFT projects that are out there.
Awesome.
Clickbait. Hopefully it works.
Now, it just brings back memories for me because the Ethereum crashed.
Yeah. Hey, I do have to defend us here. Okay. Let's defend us. It crashed because of the massive demand for the deeds. And we were actually directed to do this particular type of smart contract because we needed the features in the smart contract. There were some other variants that we could have done that would have been a little bit easier to load on the network. But the other side needs what it needs, and we defend the position. Actually, and there were some other things that people were recommending. There was a lot of FUD out there. We could have done this or that. We did an analysis, and really anything that was practical beyond the business requirements of the project would have shaved maybe like a few percentage points off of the ultimate load.
Got it.
Don't hate us. Don't hate us. Actually, very robust smart contract.
I just knew that gas was really high at some point.
Yeah. You can look at this as like, it's just a function of the massive success of this project. It's such an amazing franchise and they're just doing a phenomenal job of getting interest.
Yeah, that's true. It has been doing really well anyways, even before that. What is your aha moment about the blockchain in terms of Horizen, in terms of your chain? Because you said the R&D took 5 years.
I mean, I'd say that's sort of tongue in cheek, but I mean, maybe like 3 years for like the actual interoperability protocol. I'll tell you exactly what it was though, we realized in a way it's cool and good that we've been around for a while and kind of like OGs out there. And on the other hand, it was bad because you could think about, okay, project launched in 2017. That means in me, I've been around since 2011, 2012. So like I was stuck in this Bitcoin way of thinking, like this UTXO model of blockchains. And yeah, sure. I was also around and was able to participate in some of the early like ETH and Ethereum stuff that was going on. But I really missed out on the emergence of this Ethereum standard. And now this is just one way that we kind of got our project. Is the amazing thing about Horizen, the way that we've developed this thing is you can actually integrate in any other type of technology into our network. Right now, we're integrating in an Ethereum virtual machine because we're very much believers in the Ethereum standard right now. Okay. And cool. If that ever changes, we can go integrate in the Cardano standard or whatever ends up taking it. We'll see where the industry goes. But for now, we really believe that Ethereum has created really a protocol standard and we're integrating that in. And that was a big aha moment for us is we have a great technology, a really cool platform and everything. But the value of the platform is interoperability and security with SNARKs. But we might as well start with really what has defined the standard, which is Ethereum.
Okay, let me paraphrase that. If Ethereum is like an AOL, and if it becomes obsolete one day, because if it couldn't scale, even with a merge, then you could integrate with Cardano or any other blockchain because of interoperability.
Totally, exactly. The set of real options that we have as a project is it's our interoperability protocol that's like our magic sauce, right? And right now we're integrating in an EVM. And tomorrow we could integrate in Tendermint. And the day after that, we could integrate in a ZK virtual machine, which, by the way, we also have R&D effort there. Hopefully it takes less than 5 years on this one. But we have a lot going on. In the reality is, as an example, if Cosmos took off and Tendermint was the thing, Tendermint goes and dominates Ethereum one day, we'll definitely have a Tendermint instance integrated into our protocol. Right now, we're even looking at, for certain business needs on some of our partners, we may integrate in other things like R3 Corda for some banking clients. Not saying we would. We could integrate in like Hyperledger for some business clients who are just, for whatever reason, obsessed with building on Hyperledger. Like the particular stack on which you want to build, or the particular smart contracting platform, really doesn't matter to us. We're sort of agnostic, other than we really do believe that Ethereum is an amazing platform. We're integrating Ethereum right now.
That's awesome. We'd love to see you integrate with Tesla's and Flow, some of the green sustainability chains. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's totally doable. And by the way, I should say that our sidechain SDK, our stack on which we're building the sidechains, is proof of stake. So we are migrating away from, at least on the margin, migrating away from proof of work.
Awesome. That sounds really useful. And hopefully it's going to be connected or be integrated with different chains. Is there anything you wanted to share that I have not asked you?
That's a good one. One thing that I will say, because I did come out of academia, and this goes beyond like our project or our business or anything like that, because I came out of academia, we're actually also big on like hiring interns in our company and helping shape people so that they can enter the industry if they want to.
Awesome.
And one thing that I recommend for people, obviously, given the nature of this particular broadcast with Stanford, is if you're interested in this industry, there's a ton of opportunity, but one, understand the volatility coming into it, right? It is a highly volatile industry. A lot changes so quickly. And that's also part of the upside of being in this industry, is because things change so much, it's so much fun. Now, as an entrepreneur, as someone who has to actually commit resources to project plans, it's kind of daunting sometimes how quickly things change. These 5-year dev cycles don't work out. But if you are interested in the industry, my recommendation is just dive in. As a student, just dive in. If you're on the technical side, if you're getting a computer science degree or interested in programming, check out the open source repositories. Like all of these projects have open source repos. Start contributing any way you can. Even if you just go in there and you start commenting on repos. And ideally, you want to actually contribute to them. Or if maybe technology isn't your thing, maybe you're more on the marketing side or business side, dive into Discord channels for any of these projects. Just get in there, get your hands dirty, start building a reputation for yourself, and start learning how things are done by interacting with the teams. Like, our team, we interact with our community all day, every day. We're just there. You want to come talk to any one of us, ping us on Discord. Type something into the general chat on Discord. Someone's going to respond to you quickly. So you have access, and I would say take advantage of it. And if you want, find internships. There's tons of them out there, or there should be. We have them. We have some pretty cool ones.
How large is your community now?
I mean, I don't know. I should know that. I really should know. But I tend to err on the side of honesty. We have maybe 1 million people on email lists. If that's an honest barometer, I have no idea. We have tens of thousands in Discord. It's really hard to figure out. I'm not sure which gauge is right, because if you just add up all your comms channels, you're double, triple booking people. So really, I have no idea.
No, that's awesome.
I mean, look, we've been around for a while. What I will say, though, is I'm not going to go out there and brag about how big our community is, because we've been a very niche project for a while. Like, until we get this EVM out there and we have general smart contracting. And by the way, we're launching like a massive DeFi effort, FT effort, and everything within Horizen. This is all happening later this year. Once that stuff gets out there and you can do everything in Horizen that you can do on Ethereum or in Avalanche or Solana, it's probably not until that point that I think the organic community building is really going to take off.
Awesome. Because community is important for blockchain projects. And that's why I asked, because it kind of drives.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Totally.
What is your vision for the blockchain ecosystem, say, in 3 years?
A few big things. One, interoperability with everything. Interoperability, compatibility, everything that's important. And hence, like what we're doing, like our entire technology efforts focused on interoperability, compatibility with the most important standards, like the Ethereum standard. We'll see if another standard really evolves. For today, it's Ethereum. Also on provability for scale. And this is kind of a weird thing. Your listeners have probably heard of these EVMs that have been announced recently. Vitalik's been talking about them. Polygon made an announcement. Others are too, where basically it's these zero knowledge based, like provable virtual machines, meaning you can cryptographically prove every state transition on a chain Now, a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo in terms of terminology, but what it means at the end of the day is actually being able to have a succinct chain state and be able to really collapse the burden of validation for any node that joins the network. That's the key, because if these things are going to have any like real percentage of real economic activity, there's going to be, I don't know, 10, 100, 1000x orders of magnitude enhancements in capacity that has to happen here. It's on the cryptographic provability side of the industry that I think the solutions lay on solving these problems. This is why, again, we came from the zero knowledge world. We're building heavily now. Right now, our R&D effort has tilted entirely towards this provability angle, where we want to have fully provable blockchains so that you can collapse chain state down to like a SNARK proof, that kind of thing. I think that that's where the industry is going.
Rob, if someone wants to learn more about this, where do they go? How do they find you, or even the projects?
To our Discord channel, guys. Just like I said, just join Discord and hop into the general chat and hit me up. I mean, really, so go to horizen.io. It's always a little confusing. It's a little bit of a play on Horizen, the word, with Z-E-N at the end, our cryptocurrency. Go to horizen.io, check it out. And from there, that's where you'll find links to our research papers. You'll find our Discord. You'll find all the comms channels. Come join whatever channel you prefer. I'm usually around on Discord. I'm not really the best on Telegram, but reach out.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. What is one piece of advice you have for the community?
Just dive in, guys. Don't overthink things. Dive in, get experience. That's always my first bit of advice.
Thank you, Rob. This is awesome.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you having me.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
All right. Bye, guys.